5 helpful tips for getting your foot in the door to work in professional theater. Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to chat today a little bit about professional theater. I have been working in professional theater as an adult for 5 years now, and I also worked in professional theater as a teenager. It's something that I'm very passionate about because I want everyone to succeed, and also it can be very challenging for those who did not go to school for theater. Let's start with the obvious, and that's job sites. You can go on job sites. Offstage Jobs is a really great resource for checking for openings. There are also a lot of Facebook groups that are very specifically tailored to your location and also to what you do. And the reason I think that it's important to join these Facebook groups, if you're interested in that theatrical field, is because they post more apprenticeships and internships than job sites like Offstage Jobs. See what's out there, see what's in your area, and see what the kinds of things that other people are posting, because something might be right for you. An apprenticeship or an internship is a great way to get started. My first professional theater job as an adult was an internship, and it was very valuable to me. Though those kinds of jobs are generally more shared amongst those groups rather than on job sites like Offstage Jobs. But you should still be checking those job sites anyway, because they might be posting something in your area and you can search by location. Number 2, emailing. Every January during my slow season, I do a complete overhaul of my resume and my portfolio, and I put everything together in a nice little package, and I go back through companies that I have emailed in the past, companies that I have worked for in the past but I haven't worked for in a while, and also companies that I haven't emailed before, but I really want to work at. Here's a question that I get asked. Who do you email? And that depends on your field, obviously, but you want to make it as specific as possible because you want to look for whoever's going to be your boss. The reason that I want to go as specific as possible is because usually when you email the production manager, they're going to look at your resume and just pass it off to whoever is more equipped and knows what they're looking at in terms of your skill set and your background. And even when you go specific as possible, you can also CC the production manager, and that looks very professional because it's acknowledging that it's a team effort and the production manager is going to be the one who's ultimately responsible for hiring you, but that also takes off the pressure of them having to review your skill set. And I also want to say that if you have emailed in the past, do it again. Do it again periodically. Though they might still add your resume to the pile, but it's planting the seeds of starting to know your name. I have gotten some of my best jobs just by emailing and following the trail of people that they refer to me through email. And sometimes, like, I've gotten jobs where I've emailed and my resume sat on file for 1.5 years, and I didn't get a call, and I thought it was a lost cause, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I get a message from them saying, "Hey, are you still interested in working for us? We were going through our stack of resumes because we needed people." So you never, ever know when it's going to happen. Sometimes it might be playing the waiting game, but it's the arts. You're always going to be playing the waiting game if you want to work in the arts, and that's kind of a hard truth. But any actor will tell you that it's half waiting game, half luck. And so that's why that's probably one of my top suggestions is through email. Number 3, Calling your local union. Every chapter is different, so I can't give exact specific advice for how to call your union, but I do know that calling the local union chapter is a really good way to get your foot in the door. So I know that in Chicago, they clear everybody's names out and you can call every week to get your name put on a list if they need so much help that they're calling non-union people. Every union is different, so you definitely want to ask when you're on the phone and make sure that you're following the right protocol and you're doing the right rules and stuff. But calling the union is a really good way to get your foot in the door and to upload your resume. And I will also say you would be if you're sitting here thinking like, oh, that's not me, there's no way, like I don't live in New York, I don't live in Chicago, you would be very, very surprised at where there are union chapters. So yeah, number 3, call your local union. Number 4, I've seen a lot of actors do this, and also some stagehand professionals do this as well to get their foot in the door, and that's to get a front-facing job at your local theater or performance center. And what do I mean by that? I mean, you can get a job as an usher, you can get a job as stage door security, you can get a job working in the box office. All of these things may not necessarily lead you to work backstage, but they will constantly surround you with those people. Because even if you're not working as a lighting designer, if you're working in the box office, you come into contact with everybody, like literally everyone who is coming into the theater, who is supporting the arts, and also everybody who's coming in to work backstage. You get to know those people on a first name basis, day in and day out. And that is really, really valuable if you're just starting out. It's a really great way to get your foot in the door. Number 5. Your hobbies. Joining a community of like-minded people is a really, really fantastic way to get your foot in the door in theater, because you are surrounding yourself with that energy all the time. One of my companies that I have worked for a few years, and I have a really great established relationship with them, the reason that I found out about them is because I was singing in a community choir at the time, and I mentioned to one of the choir members, because we were just talking, and I said I did wigs and makeup, and she said, oh, this company is looking for someone. Is she a professional singer? No. Is she a professional wig maker? No. She had been to enough performances and she knew enough people that she had heard it mentioned, and so she passed it along to me. And then I immediately emailed them, and I ended up working for them the following December. To me, it's not all about knowing the right people. It's about joining communities and following your passions, so that the more that you put yourself in those situations, the higher the probability of being in the right place at the right time. Follow your passions and surround yourself with a creative community that is helpful and uplifting and is like-minded in supporting the kinds of things that you want to do for your work. I hope you found this video very helpful. Like I said, I'm very passionate about this subject because I want everyone to succeed and I want everyone to be able to get paid to do it. So like me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, check out my studio website or my Etsy, and hit the little subscribe button if you would like to see more of these kinds of videos. Thank you so much.